What if your body wasn't a barrier to the divine, but the very place it lives? I'm Ginny, priestess, guide, and mentor, and in today's episode, we're talking about embodiment as initiation. The moments when your body says what your mind can't, when the ache becomes the altar, when the spiral of healing leads you home. Welcome back, friends. This episode is one I've been feeling in my bones. Today, we're diving into embodiment, not as a concept or a buzzword, but as a lived experience. Because the truth is, we can read all the books, recite all the mantras, study the mystery schools, but until we let it move through the body, it's just performance. Embodiment is where the initiation happens. This is especially important now because the Priestess Path Mentorship is officially open, and the women who join this container, they're not just learning the work, they're living it in their cells, their breath, their bones. We begin in July, and today's episode is going to give you a taste of that. So let's start with this truth. The body is not an obstacle to your spiritual path. It is the path. Your nervous system holds your lineage. Your womb holds memory. Your throat carries the echoes of every silencing. Your back bears the weight of what your ancestors couldn't speak. When the body trembles, when it shuts down, when it aches, that's not failure. That's a signal. That's a sacred messenger inviting you deeper. Initiation doesn't happen in the mind. So many of us try to heal from the neck up. We intellectualize trauma, we talk about the divine, we analyze our triggers. But the real healing, the real awakening drops us into the body. Now, with that being said, trauma therapy is important because we cannot drop into the body if we do not feel safe in the body. So this is where nervous system regulation is necessary. As we do our spiritual awakening, it is true holistic healing, mind, body, spirit, soul, right? So we have to do the human things as well as the spiritual things. So do go to therapy. Anyway, initiation is not always glamorous. If anything, it's anything but glamorous. A lot of times it looks like rage you can't explain. It looks like tears you didn't plan. It looks like shaking. It looks like stillness, but being so uncomfortable in the stillness because there's shame around being still. And it's about being in discomfort that won't let you bypass it. Because one thing we do not do on the Priestess Path is spiritually bypass. In my own journey, my body has been the oracle. And let me tell you, every time I tried to override it, I disconnected. But when I finally caved and listened, she led me back again and again. The women I mentor inside the Priestess Path, especially the women in this current cohort that we're about to close out, they're not walking some polished performative path. And they will tell you that themselves. They are mothers, artists, counselors, cycle breakers, healers, women who are rebuilding themselves after collapse. They are remembering the Magdalene not just as a story, but as a living frequency, and they feel it in their bones. Witnessing them come into themselves, remember their truth, and come into their power is the most honorable thing that I get to do in this life. To walk with them through this journey is my whole world. Walking the Priestess Path is not just about feeling good in the body. We do eventually feel good, but really most of it is letting your pain, your desire, your grief, your erotic power, and your intuition, all of it be sacred. It's about letting all of it be sacred. This is the body as a temple. This is your breath as ritual. This is your initiation. If you are feeling disconnected or unsure where to start, I have a few ways for you to drop in some practices for embodied awakening. The first one is easy, well, relatively easy, once we get out of our head. I want you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your womb and breathe. And let that breath spiral inward. Feel it, visualize it, imagine it, whatever you need to do. Let it spiral inward all the way down to the womb space, and then let it spiral back up out. Your second practice is to move your body intuitively, not for performance, but simply for presence. So dance like no one's watching. Do the weird thing. Listen to the body and move how she wants to move. Third, this can also feel very awkward. Let sounds come through your throat that your mind doesn't control. So maybe you're yelling. Maybe you're repeating mantra. One thing that I liked to do to help practice get me into this is play a song that I know really well, especially one that brings feeling into my body, and just lay on the floor, blast the song, and sing it at the top of your lungs. It doesn't matter how you sound, or do it in the car, but let it out. Just let it go. Use your throat, use your voice. And the last one I have for you is journal with your body. What are you holding? What wants to speak? And if free writing doesn't work with you, take your non-dominant hand and just scribble or doodle or just let it go and see what happens. It doesn't matter if you just have a whole page of black ink. Just do the damn thing. The point is to start small, but be honest. Let your body show you where the healing is. This is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering the sacred that's always been inside you. And if this episode landed for you, if your body is nodding or you're having this visceral reaction, if your breath feels deeper, then I want to invite you into the next layer. The next round of Priestess Path Mentorship begins in July. This is a sacred 9-month container where we walk the spiral together. In devotion, in truth, in embodied reclamation. If you've been waiting for the sign, this is it. The body knows. There's a link in the show notes. Go check it out. Sign up if you feel called to. And if you're not quite sure yet, that's okay. Keep walking, keep feeling, keep listening. Because this path doesn't require perfection. It only requires presence. Until next time, spiral deeper. XOXO Ginny.